And next up is Jesse. Hey, Jesse, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. All right. Hi, everyone. So how will COVID-19 affect popular culture? Hopefully, I am qualified to talk about this because on the right-hand side there is my column that appeared in the Washington Post, where I listened to every song that ever reached #1 on the Billboard charts, dating back to the chart's August 1958 inception, all the way up through the present day. More than 1,000 songs. One for each Mike Merrill shareholder, I suppose. So the central thesis here is that when times are economically better, people are willing to tolerate sadder movies and television shows, slower, more downbeat songs. But when times are economically bad, people want to be happy. That's why during the Great Depression, all the songs were super upbeat and jaunty, as you can see there. We need to bring some of those dances back. So the economy crashed in 2008, and look at what some of the biggest songs were for the several years during then. Just Dance, I Got a Feeling, Single Ladies, Call Me Maybe, Last Friday Night. Super upbeat, fun songs because everybody had lost their job and everybody wanted to dance, party in the club, have a good time. And that continued 2012 to 2014, economy improving, but still, the #1 songs, still pretty upbeat. Locked Out of Heaven, Happy by Pharrell Williams, it's right there in the title. Blurred Lines, all about that bass, a bunch of these songs, super upbeat, fun. Economy still kind of shaky. People wanted to cheer themselves up. But then, what happened next? Starting around 2015, the unemployment rate finally reached its pre-recession levels again. So in other words, 2015 and on, economy was pretty good. And what happened to the popular culture? What happened to the biggest #1 songs? Well, let's go to the next slide. Right about now. Here we go. Rolling Stone on the left, producers, songwriters on how pop songs got so slow. That article is from 2017, if you can see in that really small font. And on the right, a follow-up article a year later. Pop hits were really slow again in 2018. You can look at the highlighted thing there in the bottom right. The 25 most streamed tracks on Spotify between 2012 and 2017, the average tempo dropped a lot. And you can see that. Look at some of the songs that have hit #1 in the last 5 years. With the economy good, people are more psychologically able to tolerate, really sad songs. All of Me, Hello by Adele, Shallow, the inescapable song, Perfect by Ed Sheeran, Someone You Loved by Louis Capaldi. You see a bunch of them there. Here's the key, though. Even some of the more quote-unquote fun #1 songs weren't super upbeat, fun, party, happy songs like Happy by Pharrell Williams or All About That Bass. They were more slow, downbeat, low-key kind of songs. I can't play audio in these slides, but just look at some of these. And if you recognize some of these songs, you'll see they're they're not ballads exactly, but they're more chill. So what was the new #1 song after COVID-19 hit? It was called Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. I can't really play it here, but you'll see in the bottom left. If you haven't heard it, think of the song Take On Me by a-ha, one of the most fastest #1 songs of all time, 168 beats per minute. Blinding Lights is 3 beats per minute faster than that. You can see on the right, that's the headline. Chris Melanphy, the music writer from Slate, said why Blinding Lights is the new #1 hit during the coronavirus era. Because it fits. Everyone lost their job in the same month. People want a super, super fast 171 beats per minute song. Here's a bunch of words. You don't have to read them all, but you can look at some of the numbers there that are underlined. Basically, it's several statistics showing that tempo-wise, the songs have slowed down a lot in the last few years. Musical keys, George Coe was talking about this in the talk earlier, about 45 minutes ago, if you were seeing that. Major keys sound happier, minor keys sound sadder. When the economy is worse, people want to hear happier songs. Most of the #1 songs they've found tend to have more major keys, happier sounds. When the economy is better, people are more willing to listen to sadder songs, more minor keys in the #1 songs. But it's not just true for music, it's also true in movies. 1997, 1998, late 90s, one of the best economies ever. #1 movies of each of those years, Titanic and Saving Private Ryan, tearjerkers, right? People were doing well, the economy was up, everyone still had their job. They were willing to tolerate those sort of sadder movies. But then the economy crashed in 2008. Look at the big movies of 2009, the highest grossing movie of 2009, 2010, 2012, when the economy was still bad to shaky. Hero saves the day, happy ending movies like Avatar, like The Avengers, like Toy Story 3. The best of the 4 Toy Stories, by the way. Right? Then the economy got really good. 2015, 2016, 2018, people are willing to tolerate the sort of sadder movies. American Sniper. Don't want to spoil the ending, but it's pretty sad. Rogue One. Don't want to spoil the ending, but it's pretty sad. Avengers Infinity War. Don't want to spoil the ending, but it's pretty sad. People are willing to tolerate those sadder sort of movies, just like sadder songs, when the economy is up. It's also true for television. Look at the great economy in the 90s. The number one TV shows were ER, where half the episodes end with the patient, dying of cardiac arrest or something, and 60 Minutes. Okay, can you even imagine a world where 60 Minutes is the most watched show on television? Well, it was in the 90s. Then the economy crashed. People didn't want to watch 60 Minutes. People didn't want to watch episodes of ER where the patients kept dying in the hospital. They wanted to watch fun stuff. So look at what was the top 5 shows in 2009, 2010. American Idol, Dancing with the Stars, NCIS, Sunday Night Football, right? People want escapism when the times are bad. But then the economy eventually, over the course of the next decade, got really good again. Last year, look at what some of the biggest shows were. Game of Thrones and This Is Us, 2 of the most famously tragic shows. Game of Thrones, people die all the time. This Is Us, famously a tearjerker show, right? 2018, 2019. Basically, times are good, so you can, times are good. People are willing to tolerate those kind of things. So in the last 2 months, the economy crashed with COVID-19. Once again, you're seeing people return to a happy escapism. They're not watching Game of Thrones. They've just lost their jobs. They don't want to watch people lose their lives and their heads and their power. They want to watch Tiger King and Too Hot to Handle and escapist shows like that. So right now the TV shows are getting happier and more escapist. The songs are getting faster and happier. How long will that last? Well, it depends how fast the economy rebounds. Here's the last 2 major recessions prior to this one. You'll see the first one lasted about 2 years. The second one lasted about 5 or 6 years until the unemployment rate recovered its pre-recession peak. So we'll see. But Spanish flu in 1918, right? What were the top songs of the year that year? Look at the titles. Tiger Rag, Rockabye Your Baby with a Dixie Melody. That one sounds fun. I'm Always Chasing Rainbows. Smiles. 1918. It's World War I. Spanish flu. Everyone's dying. People want to listen to songs called I'm Always Chasing Rainbows and Smiles. And I think we're about to see the same thing right around now in 2020.